Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. Today is Wednesday, April 8th. This is our daily NBA show that we're doing with Troy West from allplayswin.com, who gave us an awesome winner on the Spurs last night. Tonight we got 13 games. Troy West, thanks for being back with us.
Hey, thanks, Peter. I appreciate it. Nice winner last night with the Spurs, and just a great time of the year. The NBA is getting a little crazy. Got some guys back from injuries, some great playoff races going on, so hopefully we can have some continued success here.
Yeah, well, obviously you have a pretty good read on the way things are going right now. I would have been way too scared to take the Spurs last night, but that was a great, awesome call. Thanks for that winner. I guess let's just start out with the 13-game card here. I asked him about the Spurs again. I mean, the Spurs are just covering game in and game out. I think they're 11-1 ATS over the last 12 now, but, again, they're a 6-point favorite at home off of back-to-back against Houston, and Houston has been playing extremely well of late as well. I don't know. You liked the Spurs last night. Would you lean that way again, -6 tonight?
The only reason I wouldn't, Pete, is it looks like Tony Parker is going to be doubtful for tonight's game. Okay. And he's really been making things move for this team. We know he's the ringleader of the Spurs. And so I would lean, to absolutely probably go the other way. To me, it's a no play only because Tony Parker doubtful for tonight. But my God, the way the Spurs have been playing, they're a monster right now. But this is an in-state rival, a potential playoff matchup. So a lot riding on this game, even though, both teams will be in on the playoffs.
Right. And then another game I'm sure a lot of people are wondering about is Atlanta-Brooklyn, right? Atlanta is sort of, the Spurs of the East. They've been killing it game in and game out. They got a huge cover against Phoenix yesterday. Now that they're a 5.5 or 6-point road underdog at Brooklyn, and of course this is a big revenge game for Brooklyn, I guess if you want to look at it that way. Atlanta absolutely embarrassed Brooklyn in Atlanta a few games ago. So now they're coming back, and for sure Brooklyn's going to want to get some measure of revenge here. Atlanta's off a back-to-back. Who knows who they're going to rest, but probably it's going to be a lot of people. I'm assuming that some people have already been announced, considering that the line is where it is. And, but then again, maybe even against Atlanta's backups, you wouldn't want to be taking, Brooklyn giving that many points. What's your take on that game, Troy?
Yeah, again, very, very tricky game. Both teams playing extremely good basketball. Again, a potential playoff matchup here. Right now, Brooklyn is pretty much solidified that 7 spot, but who knows? This could be a first-round matchup. But right now, Brooklyn's really clicking. That veteran leadership of Darren Williams, Joe Johnson's playing good, Lopez playing like an all-star. And then, like we've talked about, Pete, the variable of Atlanta, who will play. We know Millsap's out. But yesterday, they ran their starters damn near the whole game and blew out the Phoenix Suns. So if that Atlanta team from last night shows up, I think this is a close basketball game in Atlanta. Could be worth even a money line shot, but too many variables to put a play on it, Pete, because, if Atlanta sits guys and Brooklyn brings their A game, this could be a blowout.
That is a tough one. And then let's take the other back-to-back game from the other team involved in that Atlanta game, which is Phoenix. They're an 8 or 8.5-point road underdog at Dallas, and Dallas is very rested. Phoenix playing on a back-to-back, but they are coming off of a huge blowout loss. They are still hanging on. They are still mathematically involved in the playoff race as of right now, and so probably they're going to come back and try to get some sort of revenge here. And Dallas is kind of having some issues in terms of their just sort of some uncertainty in terms of their rotations and stuff. They're going to be, probably testing things out for the playoffs, getting more comfortable using different guys. And so I'm wondering if maybe Phoenix getting all those points, against the sort of uncertain Dallas team that's looking ahead towards the playoffs might not be a bad play. Phoenix also tended to play Dallas very well. Last time they met, the Phoenix won at home, 98-92. This might be a close game, I'm thinking.
It could be, Pete. I thought last night Phoenix could hang in with Atlanta. They didn't. We know Brandon Knight's out. It looks like Chandler Parsons is out. And then, there was some allegations today with the Morris brother with some assault charges going on him. So a lot of variables with the Phoenix Suns. In fact, they're even in this playoff. It blows me away. I can't really figure it out. But it's a lot of points, but I would have to stay away just because Phoenix has just not looked good as of late at all, Pete.
And then one other game I want to ask you about before we get to the picks is New Orleans-Memphis. Memphis has also kind of not been playing that well recently, but you have the sense that they're going to be able to turn it around at will when they need to. New Orleans, though, playing very well. They're in the thick of a playoff hunt themselves, and they're a 4.5-point underdog here. They are on a back-to-back. They beat Golden State last night, but considering that they're fighting for a playoff spot, Maybe they'll be giving, maximum full effort, not let themselves get tired on a back-to-back and going up against a good team. Do you think that New Orleans, because of the spot, might be a good play getting some points here?
Other than the fatigue factor, New Orleans is 2-1 against Memphis so far this year. And like you said, Pete, they finally jumped into that 8 spot. Now it's go time. Anthony Davis playing as good at basketball as anybody right now. Will he be the ringleader, and can they go into Memphis and get it done? This is a tough matchup. I think Memphis matches up really well against New Orleans. But, again, what are they playing for? So, two teams with different motivations on the line, but another tough game to handicap. I would probably lean on the pass side only because you just never know what you're going to get from the Memphis Grizzlies. Zach Randolph questionable. Looks like Jeff Green's questionable. Who's going to play in this game? If those guys are out, I think New Orleans is definitely a good bet. So keep an eye on that injury report as you get closer to tip-off.
Very interesting card tonight, Troy West. Thanks for your thoughts on these games. Now let's get to part 2 of our call, the picks.